Alright, I'm going to read Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 of WristClocks, Time is Not Yours to Keep. If you watched the previous videos, you noticed that I've probably done this in 3 videos now in one day. Thought I would keep going for a little bit, just to give you all something to listen to. Chapter 7, 3:41. A new time carved, a cold body found, the killer's rhythm begins to break. The file was old, too old to be from an active casework stack. It had no barcode, no digital backup. The pages were yellowing, corners curled, and the folder brittle from being handled too many times by too many hands that gave up. Mason didn't remember requesting it. It had been sitting on her desk when she returned from the Anderson scene, tucked beneath her notes. No name, just a date. August 14th, 2003. And a faded evidence sticker that had long since lost its stick. She flipped it open anyway. Photos, not digital film. Developed by hand. A girl, maybe 17, lying in a hospital bed. Eyes opened, unfocused. No bruises. No visible wounds. Just a small bandage on her wrist. The report was sparse. Victim, Elois Stanner. Age, 17. Status, missing recovered. Condition, unresponsive, disassociation. Details. Carving noted on right wrist. Clock image. No known suspects. Victim nonverbal. Case closed as non-criminal psychiatric episode. Mason stared at the photo. At the look in Elois' eyes. There was nothing there. No fear, no awareness. Just stillness. A kind of stillness she'd only seen in corpses. But Elois wasn't dead. She was marked, and no one had noticed. The paper clip slipped from her fingers as she turned the page, found a handwritten note, not part of the official record. It was scrawled in blue pen, rushed, maybe angry. If this is what I think it is, we never closed this case. We just buried it. No name, just a set of initials. R.C. Mason leaned back in her chair, pulse rising. The ticking in her head returned, louder now. This wasn't just a pattern anymore. It was a cycle. It started long before the first known victim. She stood, grabbing the folder and her keys, heart thudding. The radio crackled. Detective Cole, you've got a visitor in the lobby. Says it's urgent. She paused. I didn't schedule anything, she radioed back. She didn't give a name. Says she has something for you. Mason's hand hovered near her holster. She walked out of the office anyway. Chapter 8. Blueprints in Blood. Elois spins out of orbit while Mason studies the killer's origin story, one tick at a time. The lobby was half empty, humming with fluorescent lights, and the low murmur of dispatch radios behind the front desk. The woman waiting near the wall didn't look out of place. Jeans, long coat, worn canvas satchel at her side. She stood with her hands clasped, as if unsure whether to stay or bolt. Mason approached slowly. You asked for me? The woman turned, eyes dark and watchful, early 40s maybe, hands shaking just enough to notice. I think you're the one working the clock cases? Mason's spine straightened. Name? Sarah Danner. Mason's world blinked. Relation to Elois Danner? I'm her sister. Tick, tock. The scalpel lay on a velvet cloth beside the tools, meticulously organized in rows like a surgeon's set. Ellis worked silently, adjusting the leather strap on the armrest of the chair they used. It wasn't about restraint, it was about steadiness. The original, who never told her his name, was checking his notes, not digital, never digital. Pages stained with coffee rings and old fingerprints. Do you want this one? He asked without looking up. Ellis paused. What time? 3:41. You said that was yours once. Her hands twitched. I'll do it, she said quietly. Tick tock. Sarah's fingers twisted around the snap of her bag. As she pulled out a folder. Not a caseful file, but a personal one. Old notebooks, letters, photocopies, medical records. Mason shifted through them. She disappeared when she was 17, Sarah whispered. We thought she ran away. Then we found her. In a motel bathtub. She wouldn't talk. Just kept drawing clocks over and over. Same one, 3:22. Mason photos. That matches an unknown timestamp I just found years before the first official victim. Sarah nodded. She changed after that. Quiet, empty. But later, she got strange. She disappeared for weeks. We thought drugs. Then she stopped coming back altogether. Mason leaned in, heart pounding. Why come forward now? Sarah's eyes flickered toward the mirror behind Mason. Her voice dropped. Because 2 days ago, someone slipped a picture of a clock underneath my door. Mason's pulse spiked. What time? Sarah swallowed. 3:22. Again. Tick tock. She dipped the blade in alcohol, then flame. She wasn't nervous anymore. That had gone away long ago. Are you sure this one's ready? She asked him. He's held on to it long enough. He has made peace with it. Or so he thinks he has. What was the moment? He tilted his head. His son's last voicemail. He didn't pick up. She nodded slowly. Then it's time. She pressed the blade against synthetic skin first. A dummy for spacing, and etched the first faint line of 3:41. Tick